Hello, I'm indoors for once. I'm going to put the AC on because I'm going to get all hot and bothered. Like I do when I do my lives, I get really excited. How are we? I'm so excited. It's day 23 in the juicing household. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Everything's going on here today. I've got girls being promoted in my team. I've got business popping everywhere. I've done loads of videos today. I have done such an awesome full day of work. So once I've done this, I am getting the hell off of line. I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to go for a juice. I am going to go and get a massage. I'm going to go and get some self-love because this is my biggest thing. And I haven't done any of it today. I did my rituals this morning, as I always do. I've had my juices, so I'm nourishing my body. Oh my God, guys, I'm so desperate to eat sweet potato. Oh my God. I am so excited to get sweet potato back in my life. Did I mention I'm breaking my fast tomorrow? I'm going to have a couple of juices in the morning, and then later on in the day, I'm going to eat some watermelon. I am so excited. When you do a fast the length that I do, or that I've done, I've never done this before. I've never been that crazy or dedicated or wanting to heal like I did this time round. It takes days for you to actually be able to start eating again. And I think that that's something that we need to make really clear. Just going off on a bit of a tangent, there's so many of you that are messaging me, I think I'm going to do a water fast. Please don't just jump in and do a water fast. Please don't just do whatever you think you can do because you're seeing some chick on social media do it. Please be sensible. Please know I've been plant-based for a very long time. Yeah, did I not mention that, Simon? Day 23 today is, day 23. And feel fabulous. I feel absolutely amazing. I've had all of my old stuff come up. All of my old digestive issues, everything, my hormone issues. Nadine, I can't wait to speak to you tomorrow, beautiful lady. Have I given you a time yet? I'm not sure I have. Sorry, babe. I'll come back to you after this. Good to see you on here, though, lady. Business is popping. Everything is going crazy. And I'm going to talk to you about ego. That word that makes everybody cringe and makes everybody feel sick and people get a reaction. And guys, I want you to know that ego is really important. It's really important, although I'm going to talk about it being extreme today. And I'm going to probably touch on a few things that are going to ruffle a few feathers. You're probably going to get a bit pissed off with me thinking I'm talking to you. Trust me, I'm not. I'm going to be talking from my own perspective. But I spoke to somebody last week, I think, I don't even know. And I knew, having the conversation with them, that their ego was going to kill them. That's what I do. Let's go for 6, babe. My time, 10, your time, if that's okay. Thank you. I think that's okay. I think you said you were busy at 12 or half 12. So let's do 10, your time, darling, if that's good. So I really want to talk about ego. Now, I will DM you the fast details, Simon, but I don't want you to do it. Like, that's too long. Like, you need to prepare your body massively. This is what I was saying at the beginning again. You know, and it's a great example, right? Everybody wants it. Oh my God, yeah, she looks good. She's doing all right on day 23 of fasting. I need to do that. Give me the details. And this is what I want to talk about today, guys, because ego is really important. I pull my ego out. On a day like today, I've pulled my ego out and I'm like, right, okay, cool, I've got to go to work. I've got to get my videos done. I've got to get my YouTube channel up running. I need to get my systems in place. I need to get my database sorted. I need to get some emails out. I need to hand some stuff over to a designer. I need to do all of this stuff. I need to get some stuff to my web designer, you know, and I had so much to do today. I have to pull my ego out to do that. And some of you will be like, oh, that's not ego. That's just getting shit done. No, it's your ego. Your ego is your mind. Your ego is the thing that either stops you or pushes you. I love that you got what I was doing from that, Simon. I didn't even need to say it and you got it. I love it. Lots of love to you, babe. You know, so we need ego, guys, in our life. We do. However, ego is best served on the back seat of the car. My quantum healer, this is exactly how she explains it to me, and it's exactly how I want to explain it to you guys. everybody's ego is best on the back seat of their car. Because when somebody says something to you like, Simon, I'm going to give you the details of the fast, but I don't want you to do it. That might raise something in Simon for him to be like, well, who the fuck do you think you are? Why do you think you're better than me? Why do you think you can do this? And why? And that's not the intention. I know he hasn't taken it like that, but that's not the intention behind it. That's your ego speaking up. That's your mind kicking in. It's your bullshit surfacing, and it's your healing being shown to you. Now, we have this a lot. I have this a lot with my coaching clients. It's amazing because I'm really straight talking, and Nadine is one of my clients, so she might pipe up on this one. You know, I am really straight talking, and I use words that I know are going to ruffle feathers. So I can be in a coaching session with somebody and I'll raise a word that I know is going to raise the temperature. Why? Because raising the temperature is going to identify the healing that we need to step through. So I will use words like control or princess or different things like that. Now, I get it a lot. I have a morning, Michelle. Hope you're well, darling. Lots of love to you. I get it a lot. I have a lot of people coming at me saying, we're going to work together. We'd be really good together. We'd do this. We'd do that. And that's their ego. Because they see what I'm doing and they want to be part of it. They want it in their life. They, you know, whatever it is. And that's ego kicking in. And that's okay from time to time. But the ego can go too far. And I really want us to appreciate that and understand that. Understand it is better. I use the word understand because that's what we speak in the human language. However, if you do, yeah, I enjoy it too. If you do ever use the word understanding, always think about it like this. We're not understanding. We're actually inner. We're going inwards and we're trying to get it. Okay? Some people use the word overstand. Like under means that you need to be under something, and I don't believe that any of us need to be in that space. And language is really important. It's something that I actually specialise in with my clients, very much pulling the language back on track. And I've written the online course that I'm going to share, like just a cheap course that I'm going to do. But, you know, it's going to be available very, very soon. And it's literally just a series of videos that you can watch and reprogram your brain. Because this is my gift to the world, guys. I have gone and reprogrammed my whole life. And I want you guys to be able to do the same if you're at that space. Now, I know if somebody had come to me when I was working on the trading floor and said, I need you to change your language and I need you to do this, I would have been like, fuck you, who do you think you are? Excuse the language, and I hope there's no children listening, but I want to be really real with you. I really want to be so straight talking that this goes in and your soul hears it and your mind hears it and you're like, oh shit, I'm getting that. You know, I promised myself earlier today that I wouldn't swear on my Facebook Lives because I want to put them all on YouTube, and here I am swearing immediately. Hey ho, hey ho, hey hum. Good morning to everybody jumping on. So we're here talking about ego, guys. I'm here saying ego should be your best friend. It should not be your enemy. Good morning, Kim. Lovely to chat to you a short time ago, darling. I'm really excited for you for today. Guys, when ego surfaces is when somebody's speaking at you and you try and speak over them. When somebody is talking over you, when you really you're not listening and you're not waiting, like you're not listening and digesting the words to respond, you're just responding. That's what I'm talking about is ego. It's the mind. Your ego can stop you doing something. Morning, everyone. Morning. Thanks for jumping on. It's great to see you. You know, we need to get that in check. Just because morning, Romy, just because somebody is having a go at you does not mean you need to pull your ego out and have a go back. It actually means that that's the time when you go inwards and you take time to reflect. You know, I'm going to be really real with you guys because I can only ever be real about myself, and I like to give you examples because when I give examples, it resonates with you, or you think, oh God, yeah, I did that a little while ago. So very recently, I've had a lot of people like chirping up about certain things, blah, 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 blah. And what I've been doing is I've actually been taking time. Before, the old Lucy of 18 months ago, 2 years ago, would have been like straight shooting back from the hip. Now, this Lucy if I get that little bit of a reaction, and you know what I'm talking about, guys, that feeling in your stomach where you're like, "Argh," or maybe you just shoot straight off and you just go out and you don't even get that feeling because it's too late. You're already out of the traps, should we say? You're already there. You're already ready to fight with somebody. Now, what I have learned to do is take, and I taught Nadine this on our last call actually, is just take some time. Put your phone down, go outside and breathe through the situation. Now, what I tend to do now, because I only tend to get my ego raised in business, I'm very much calm with people. I'm very much in a totally different space with people because I know I identify the healing. If somebody says something to me, I know if they're putting me down or if they're doing whatever, I know it's their healing, not mine. So now I hold a very different space and I'm just like, hey, babe, maybe what we need to do is just look at that a little bit. Like, what is it that is surfacing that for you? Because notoriously, people don't even realize that they're doing it. People don't even realize that they're justifying. You don't need to justify yourself to anybody, ever. You don't need to justify to your mum, your dad, your children, anything. Like we do as human beings, particularly us in Britain, we justify a lot of our actions, but we don't have to do that. I now say to people no, and I don't justify that answer. And it surfaces something in them, well, why not? But I'm really comfortable in my decision, and if something doesn't feel right, I'm not going to do it. I am the queen of overcommitting, guys. I want to help everybody. I want to do stuff with everybody. I am the queen of that, and in the last couple of days, I've actually had to go, no, I can't. I committed to do some sort of training and I've gone, actually, do you know what? It's not adding benefit. It's not going to bring, it's not going to help the situation. I'm going to be more tired. I'm going to be shorter of time, so I'm going to let that go. But it's taken me a few days to sit on that because I literally think that I'm here to save the bloody world, guys. Hit the like and love button if you think that you're here to save everybody. Believe me, you're not. That's your ego speaking. I am on a huge mission, and I know a lot of you are holding my hands on this mission. We want to change the world. We want to change the dynamics. We want to change food. We want to change the schools. We want to change the government. We want to change the pollution. We want to change spirituality and connection and religion and all the rest of it. My God, the things that come to me on a day-to-day basis, of course we want to do that. But that's ego a little bit. I know I need a massive team that I'm working with. I know I need to make the right collaborations for us to be able to do that. And Chef Cynthia and I is a perfect example of a fabulous collaboration. I never saw that coming. I never, ever, ever saw that coming, not from a mile off, even though a few chefs have wanted to work with me. It's quite interesting. I was obviously always going to work with a chef, but her and I obviously have such a similar journey that it is a partnership made in heaven. You guys saw us yesterday. It's going to be a really amazing partnership, and we're going to be helping the women with their hormones. That's going to be a huge dynamic to help. But then I'm working with other people on different areas. I'm working with all these different amazing people because I physically, although I can add value, I can't go and do it all myself. And if I thought, I'm going to shut myself off and I'm not going to collaborate and I'm not going to do this and I'm not going to do that, that's very egotistical. And hands up if you know somebody in business. I know loads of people like this in business that aren't prepared to collaborate. Their name is their brand. I say to all of my team, oh my goodness, I really, really want this and this and this, and you do this and you do that. And I say to my team, take my brand, do what you want with it. Oh no, Rebecca, don't take this as, right, that's your ego kicking in there, babes. That's your ego kicking in there. I love the fact that somebody has shown a really live example. There is no belittling on my Facebook Lives ever. There is no putting down of anything ever on my Facebook Lives. I'm just speaking really outwardly so that you get it. Because we all have these times where things come up, and there's all these times where I'm going to do this on my own. And actually, the best way to do this is if we collaborate, if we love each other, if we step through this journey. It just raises healing. So any reaction that you get to things, it just raises healing. And that's all I'm here to do, is share that message. There is no need to feel, oh my God, she's talking about me. Oh my God, I do that. That must mean I'm egotistical. Not at all. We all need our egos to help us step through this journey, guys. Please know that, but leave it in the boot of the car, and when you need it, whip it out. That's what I do every single day. And don't get me wrong, I don't take shit from people. I do not take shit from people. If I think somebody's taking the mick out of me, morning Peter, hope you're all right, darling. If I think somebody's taking the piss out of me, I will call them on it. I will pull my ego from the boot of the car and I will go to town, because I am not prepared to be having the piss taken out of me. You know, and there are a lot of people that want my time and continuously, you know, like constantly get questions and constantly, oh, I need this from you and I need that from you. And if that's the case and you want something, book a coaching session with me, book a health check with me, get in one of my groups. Like, I do so many Facebook Lives free, and that's not me being egotistical, that's me preserving my energy. I have clients that I have to look after. I have you guys that I want to look after. I have my team that I want to look after. I have my businesses I want to look after. That's not me being egotistical sharing this with you. What I'm saying is it's okay to pull it out from time to time. I'm glad you get where I'm coming from, Rebecca. This is no way putting people down. It's just highlighting some things that come up. And I love the fact that you did, because now your soul is going to step through a nice, beautiful healing journey. So fair play to you, babe, for speaking up. So if anybody else is getting situations, whether it be with me, whether it be with a relationship, whether it be whatever, whether it be business, you know, anyone in my team, I call them on it. I'm like, hey, babe, I think we need to do a bit of healing work here. You know, and I say it with love. They might take it as I'm like insulting them or whatever, but I come from a place of love with everything that I do. And I often just say, hey, this is the way that I would do it. Or, you know, people often come to me and say, oh, how would you speak about this? Because they know that I'm further along on my journey. I'm far from perfect, guys. My God. You know, as I just said, I still have things raise. I still have things kick in. And very much when, you know, I'm speaking to someone and I'm getting this feeling of, my God, their ego is going to kill them. Their ego is going to literally kill them. Because actually, guys, what's surfacing at the moment with the energies on the planet is people's egos, unless they're starting to heal, which is why I always talk about this subject and people cringe and they hear me say the word ego and they freak out and they go offline and they run away from me. But the reason I speak about this so oftenly, you're welcome, Peter. You know, the reason I speak about this so frequently is at some point you're going to be ready to take on this language. You know, ego is something that we should all talk about openly. You know, if you are a sports person and you are fighting for a goal and fighting for a goal and fighting for a goal, but your health is really telling you to stop, your ego will kill you. Just immerse in that for a second, guys. Feel into that. Maybe you're not a sports person, but maybe you're something else. Okay? It's really, really important that we identify this. Keep pushing yourself to do something is very ego. I actually saw a post this morning, and I really hope I'm not going to upset somebody by doing this. I think it was yesterday evening, UK time. I actually saw this post, and this person was saying to this person, oh, don't rest. Rest's for the weak. Just get it done. You've got plenty of time to sleep when you're dead. And I felt crucified for that person. I'm a real empath. As much as I'm outward and I do influencing and all the rest of it and all the healing work, I'm a real empath. Like, I read that and this person was sharing that they were feeling amazing for stopping and resting and going inwards. And this person was basically like, ego, ego, ego. And like, I didn't know this person, it wasn't my place to say, but what I would really love to happen is the person whose post I saw, just reach out to them and be like, hey babe, you know, I love the fact that you want to keep go, 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 but remember sometimes it's really beautiful to stop. Remember sometimes it's really beautiful to just honour your journey and breathe. Because when you go, 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 like I used to, and probably like most people do, you know, let's be real, most people lose their shit from time to time. The quickest way to get that in check is just by breathing. And the quickest is to have a head-to-head with a horse. I don't know if I get that. You know, for me, when I used to be all guns blazing, I would just shoot from the hip. And I know a lot of you guys do. Like, a lot of people, when they speak, they're just so rude. You know, we don't need to be rude to each other. Just because the other person's being rude to you, it doesn't mean you can actually say to them, hey hun, maybe I'm misunderstanding, like have I done something to upset you? That's what I do. And I always say, oh wow, like maybe we need to just do a little bit of healing on this. What's that raised for you? What's this brought up for you? And if you're not in a position to share that, and if you're not in a position that you actually want to hold that peace, just know that that's healing work for you to go and do, guys. Like I said at the beginning, ego is the most important thing. If you've got a business, you need your ego. Christ, I would not get my business done on a day-to-day basis if I didn't pull my ego out from time to time. But what I'm doing is I'm building business from my heart. I'm building business from my heart. So when my team reach out to me and they're like, I don't know what I'm doing, I can't fucking do this, and rah, 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 rah. Ego, I'm like, okay, cool, let's just go into your heart space. Let's go back to why you wanted a business. Let's go to the place where you told me that you wanted to help, or you wanted to do this for your children or whatever, because that's how we appease ego very quickly. Very, very quickly. People have certain words. Like I used to have some buzzwords that used to make my blood boil. It really did need to, it really did used to make my blood boil. And now I hear those words and I love on the fact that I've gone to work and I've done the healing. Thank you. From now on, my ego longer next. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it does need it, darling. We all do. This is the beautiful thing about it, right? Everybody needs this stuff, but nobody talks about it. It's like I was talking about with Chef Cynthia yesterday. Nobody's talking about the fibroids and the bleeding and the orgasms and everything else that we need to be having. We're all like shying away from the fact that our soul needs nourishment. Our soul needs nourishment on a day-to-day basis, and we're also wired because society is programming us to bitch about each other and telling us that women hate each other. Like, I don't mean to be funny. I've had one woman in the last 12 months have a go at me, like launch at me, and it was her ego. And I just said to her, listen, I'm going to love you where you are, but I'm not prepared to put up with your I can't even remember what word I used, but she was basically having a real go at me, shouting at me and being very rude. And so I put a boundary in place, and I just said to her, I'm just going to leave you where you are. Ego is the mind. Ego is that, that thing that washes over you when you see red. Ego is, where you feel like you're better than somebody else, and none of us are. Even somebody like Tony Robbins, he's no better than, somebody that cleans in this hotel that I'm staying in. Everybody's the same. We're humans. And for anybody to think that they're better than somebody else, it's just an ego. There's so many people that I know that are failing hard at business at the moment because their ego and their drive for like everything to be about money is actually really ruining them. It's actually really ruining them, and they have got a powerful mission and a powerful message, but it's so money orientated that the energetics of their businesses are starting to go wrong. The energy shifting is moving so profoundly on this planet right now. Now is the time to heal. Now is the time to be asking the questions and stepping into that space of your beautiful heart space, of loving each other. If somebody does something amazing, scream from the rooftops for them. Be proud of them. There are so many people out there that will want to like blow the flame out. Don't let that be you. Just because they want to do that doesn't mean that you need to be one of those people too. If people are bitching in a conversation, walk away from it. If people are putting someone down, just say, hey guys, do you really think this is a good use of our energy? It's all of it is just ego. Whenever somebody looks at someone, oh God, I don't know what they're wearing, it's ego. Oh my God, their business is shit. It's ego. It's like I say, guys, there is a time and a place for ego. We all need to pull it out. Going into an exam, going into, anything like that, we really do just need to get it in check. Susan, the words that you're using, babe, are ego. You're getting the information to heal, sweetheart. You really, really are. What you're doing is you're like, tell me what I need to do, and you don't need that. What you need to do is go inwards and really sit with where it is that the pain is coming from. and get used to that. Absolutely get used to that in your body, in your inner, in your knowing, and then you can start to step through it, and you will see things from a very different light when you go into your heart space, rather than thinking, I need this and I need that. You know, it's okay, cool, what do I find raw? What's surfaced recently that I've thought, oh yeah, I don't like that? Or when have I got angry? When have I got pissed off with someone? When have I shouted? When have I used language that doesn't serve me? You know, and I often talk about the word trying, and it's just a good example that's just popped into my head. You know, when you speak outwardly, oh, I'm trying. Yeah, well, I'm trying. Oh, I'm trying. You're going to get more trying. And I speak about it in my group constantly, in any of my closed groups. Struggle. Oh, I'm really struggling at the moment. My fibromyalgia is killing me. I get a lot of that from the girls with fibromyalgia. And I'm like, girls, you're asking to struggle more. You're actually asking to struggle more. I'm not saying you're not in pain. I'm not saying it's not happening to you. But wake up every single day. And I actually did an amazing intervention with a young lady the other day. I hope she doesn't mind me using her name. You might want to follow her. She was in a hole less than 2 weeks ago. Not even a week ago, probably. She was in a hole. And I had to intervene. I don't often intervene. I normally hold space for people to do it themselves. But I had to intervene, because she's got young children, and I could just see her in this absolute spin. And I intervened and I spoke with her directly. In fact, I did something, and then she messaged me this big long message, and she said to me, I've been avoiding you because I've been in this space. She's like, I've been avoiding your Facebook Lives. I've been avoiding you because I knew that you'd call me on it. And we actually did an intervention, and the girl is now out walking. The girl is still having shit days, but she's out doing the do. She's cooking the dinner. She's doing stuff with her children in 1 week, guys. And before she was struggling, I'm in pain, I'm this, I'm that. 1 week, nothing has changed in her life. Nothing has changed in her life. 1 week, and she completely transformed. And if she watches this back, or if she's on here now, and if she's okay for us to share and you guys to follow, please pop that on. But you know who you are. Pop your name on, and if it's okay for people to follow you, let that happen, right? Because, you know, it's a perfect example of a week ago. She was in a fucking mess. I did it again. In a total mess. She was in such a pickle. She really, really was, you know. And here we are doing an intervention, and she's just completely stepped out of it. Completely stepped out of it and stepped into her purpose. And now she's like, hey, let's kick fibro's butt. Like, who wants to feel like that? And it's all about the ego. Her ego had got the better of her. Her ego had really got the better of her. You need to be lazy. You're in pain. You know, her demons inside of her had got the better of her to hold her back. Why? Because that's what we're programmed to do. That's what society wants. That's what the doctors want. You know, I'm working with her to get her off of her medication. Like, that's my mission, is to get all of you people that are completely drugged up on medication off of it. I get you need it to a point, and I'm not saying please just go and get off your fibro drugs and whatever. I'm not saying that at all. There is a process to follow. You know, there's a lot of healing work to do. There's a lot of releasing to do. There's a lot of stepping through your ego to do before you can get to that space. But I want us to be really open. You know, whenever my ego surfaces, I go, hello, ego. Not today, thank you. Unless it's a day like today where I had shed tons to do, and I was like, hello, ego, yep, let's go. And I've sat here working my butt off, doing videos, doing new content, doing, you know, all this stuff. I really need an assistant badly. Before anyone says it to me, I need an assistant badly. I am on it, I promise. You know, I'm actually farming bits of my work out to different people, so it's amazing. But know that your ego is going to kill you. Your ego really, really will kill you if you don't get it in check. Because this time on the planet is where we need to be dropping into our heart space. We need to be, and I don't use the word need very often, but it should be a must on your must. You know, sometimes you can get away with not doing things. This is a must. We have to step into our space of healing, guys. Otherwise we are going to get taken out. I actually had to have a very strong conversation with one of my nearest and dearest about their ego. It was going to kill them. And it was a reality check for them. And when their soul started coming through and speaking to my soul, we made progress, we had an epiphany, and we've completely changed the dynamics of that person's life. I'm not prepared to share that person's name. Again, if he wants to share it, he will pipe up when he watches this back. But there is a massive amount of healing that we can go through. You guys don't even need, I mean, I encourage you guys, as you do, as I always do, I say, get in a room with me, get to one of my self-love clubs. They're across the whole of the UK. Get in a room with me. It's profound what happens when you are in a room with me. Feel what you're getting from me now, multiply that by probably about 1 million, and that's what you'll get by being in a room with me, guys. I was very blessed. I was very blessed to be very, very sick. Nearly died. I was so sick. Have a career that nearly killed me. Have fibroids that nearly killed me only a few months ago. So those 3 things, my corporate career, the trading floor, my health, my fibroids, all of those things have nearly killed me. They've tried to kill me separately. And then on the flip side of that, guys, I've been given this absolute amazing gift that I've healed my fibroids, that I've healed my moods, that I've healed my anger, that I've healed the energetics going on in my body, and I want to give that to you, which is why I do these Facebook Lives, which is why I'm doing the collaborations that I do, which is why I'm going to go deep on this stuff at Self-Love Club, or get yourself to one of my retreats, or get yourself to one of the hormone retreats, or whatever you need to do, you know, because it works. Stuff happens. I think, is that Pauline that's just put a load of likes on here? If it is you, Pauline, I'd love you to just comment about what happened with you and your daughter when you came to Self-Love Club in London, because I think everybody in the room cried that night, including me. Because when I get channeled through, and when I get guidance for certain people, and I'm going to be, you know, doing some, my soul is going to work with their soul, and my guides come in, and I have spirits that work with me, and they go and work with people in the room, you know, and everybody's crying, everybody's like losing it, and like, I don't mean losing it in a, oh my God, but just like they're starting to shed these layers. I always talk about the soul and the body in onion layers. Okay, when you come to a self-love club, we go about 4 layers deep. You know, we don't just do this surface stuff like I can get to you on social media, because obviously we've got the radiation and we've got, you know, all of the rest of it, and my soul can't come out to all of you guys out there. My spirit certainly can't be in everybody's room. When I've got the room locked in, and I've got the energy right, and I've got it all going, okay, you know, it's profound what can happen. It's profound. So if you are one of those people that are like, I need healing, I really just need to heal, that's my recommendation to you. Get in a room. What you'll do is you'll hear me, you'll hear other people share stuff, and you'll be like, oh my God, okay, cool. And we'll just start reprogramming your brain. We will just start unwinding the society conditioning. And most importantly, I'm going to say it, the bullshit that our families have created for us, our partners have created for us, and this story that we've been clinging on to. I can't wait to meet you, Carola. I really can't. I'm really excited to meet you, beautiful. You know, I really want you guys to know that it is just a story that we're holding on to. But the reason we hold on to it is because it's comfortable and it gets us attention. Again, I'm going to call it. Some of you will be cringing at the words that I'm using. Attention. I don't want attention. Oh, no, no, no. I hate to break it to you guys. It's true. I was so fucking angry with men because my dad left my mum in such a shit way, you know, that I was angry with the whole male population, you know, and you guys have heard my story. My fibroids have come from being freaking angry. Like, who does that? I held on to my anger in my uterus. Like, what? And all of you guys and girls out there are holding on to anger in some place. You know, I was talking to somebody, and again, I'm not going to mention names. I was talking to somebody the other day, and they'll know who I'm talking about stalkers. I had a stalker, and he was an ex-partner of mine, actually, and he stalked me, and I had to go to the police and all the rest of it. And it's really interesting, when I stepped away from the police and I let that shit go, I hear from him once in a blue moon still now, but it's once in a blue moon, and it's really died down. Whilst I was holding that energetic situation, if I needed an injunction, I needed this happening, I needed that happening, it was fueling it. And I just send the guy love. I really do. Every single day I send him love. And most people would think that's weird. He ran me over, he broke my collarbone, like he did loads of shit, you know. He did a lot of stuff. He stalked me, I had to move counties, like there was loads of shit that went on, you know, but I send him love. Because do you know what? It's not serving me by holding on to that bullshit. My collarbone has healed. My head where I headbutted the pavement when I got run over, healed. I got picked up by two beautiful women that were leaving church. They were my earth angels. I didn't know back then that I was so looked after from the other side. They came, they picked me up, they put me in their car, they took me to the hospital. My head eventually went down. You know, that was the first incident. The breaking of the collarbone was the second. But as soon as I dropped the energetics and holding on to it and clinging on to it and I let it go. I really let it go, guys. There is power in identifying the energetics behind your situation of what you're holding on to because it's comfortable. It may be that your partner left you. It may be that your mum left you when you were 3. It may be that you were never wanted. It could be anything, but we need to be stepping through that, guys, because it's not serving you. My ego has grown due to living in a toxic alcoholic relationship. Thank the Lord I left that relationship and began healing. Good on you, Julie. Well done. I've got goosebumps for you. Congratulations to you, babe. I'm so proud of you. Ego will surface. You know, ego will surface in a new relationship. Ego, all of the bullshit will come up. It's really important that you do the work on yourself. I've actually taken 2 years since my ex-partner before I'd even consider getting in another relationship, and before I'd even consider really dating another guy. And he did nothing wrong. I want you guys to know that. My ex-partner, Kyle, was one of the most incredible human beings on the planet. He healed me so deeply. He's so gifted, he just doesn't know it. And he's so in his head that he's, doing the normal, average, everyday thing. And he wanted me to settle down and I wanted to go on my soul journey. And, you know, that's why we ended up splitting up. But I love him so much. He's a beautiful human being. It's taken me 2 years to even be ready to go into another relationship, guys, because my ego was going to surface, you know, old shit was going to come up. You're going to try and control me. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. Now, I know I'm a free bird. I know I'm a free spirit, and I know that I can empower somebody else to be free, you know, and this is the beautiful, I'm now able to say, send him love. Oh, good for you, hon. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Like, I'm getting goosebumps from this with you. And that's really beautiful. You know, that's really, really beautiful. So I just felt like a couple of those things needed to be cleared up today. Our ego is, no, this is only happening to me. Guys, it's not. Whatever your bullshit story is, I guarantee that there are hundreds of other people around the world that are going through the same story. And as much as I can't go through being abandoned as a child and, you know, not being loved, or your partner leaving you, or somebody beating you up, or somebody running you over, or whatever, I can't go through every single scenario. When I talk about these scenarios, please put it into your own context. Please put it into your own context, you know. I love that. I love that so much. So Autumn, Pauline's daughter, came to Self Love Club with her, and we had such a beautiful experience together. I love that she's stepping through this journey. How old is she, Pauline? 15, I think, 16 maybe. And she's just a babe, you know. She's stepping through this beautiful journey of being bullied for such a long time, and she's owning it. And we did some work together, and I did some healing on her while she was at Self Love Club with me. Like, my guides are in the room with me, and they go and do work with people whilst I'm talking. I get 16. I thought she would be now. Love her. Send her my love, won't you, darling, please? And tell her that I'm still holding space for her, and I genuinely mean that. I'm holding space for her every single day. So I've got all of my guides that come with me to my self-love club, and whilst I'm talking and I'm unwinding the brain, and I'm unwinding the social conditioning, my guides are actually going in and healing the internal organs. They're healing what we need to be healing. Okay, so yeah, please ask her to. And Autumn, I love you, darling. I hope you're okay. So let's all come together and know that ego is really valuable, but know that when somebody's shouting at you, it's their ego. Look at them and ask the question. I do this with everybody, and even my best friend, one of my best friends, a few months ago, he lost his shit with me, and he told me I was this and I was that, and da 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 da. And at the time, I'm going to be honest with you, I responded. I didn't respond in the moment, I responded later, and I just said, you know, I really hope that you can step through this healing journey, because I'm really upset as one of my best friends that you thought it's okay to speak to me like this. And I probably didn't need to say that, probably shouldn't have bothered saying that, but that's the way that I said it and the tone that I said it in. But it just, I looked at it and I was like, wow, this is his healing. This is the healing that he needs to go through. He's in a space of not feeling certain things that he was accusing me of being. And it's really quite profound. The more that I step through this journey and the more calm that I get, a lot of people around me are showing me how I used to be. They're showing me to see if I'm going to kick back into that space. So as I always say, guys, when you are stepping through an epiphany, you are going to get tested. You will have a day of feeling so calm and knowing that people are coming at you and showing stuff, and then the next day you're going to fucking react. You have to go back to square one, guys. Every single time something surfaces for you, whether it's money, whether it's relationships, whether it's love, whether it's sex, whether it's orgasm, whatever it is, let's be real. Some of us get pissed off if we don't get laid. Let's be real about it. Let's be really open about this, you know. Your ego is going to surface at time. Identify the healing. Is it your healing? Is it a boundary that needs to be put in place? What is it? You know, what is it that you need to get in check? Is it your healing? Is it their healing? Is it how you used to be? Is it a boundary? Ask yourself that every single time. Nadine, I love you. I love talking about orgasms the last few days. If you guys noticed, I'm just on it. Nadine, I love you, darling. I love the journey that you've been on as well, sweetheart. So, yes, and I'm going to be in Australia doing self-love club, so you must come, babe. You must make sure that you're there. I'm going to be doing that and a hormone thing over there, so please make sure that you come, babes, because I want to give you a big squeeze. I'll see you anyway, but I really, really want to see you, and I think that you'd really benefit. And by all means, bring your partner or bring anybody that you want to do, but make sure that you come, babe, because it's going to be a real game changer. This stuff is changing lives. You know, and whilst I'm in your area, whilst I'm across the whole of the UK, whilst I'm going to be in the whole of Australia, or I'm not going to the whole of Australia, that's a fucking lie, I'd be there forever. I'm going to go to the major cities in Australia and do Self-Love Club too. Nadine, okay, cool, I'm coming to stay, definitely, count me in. It'll be June, July time, babe, so it's going to be freaking cold, but I'm definitely coming to stay. I'm not gonna knock that offer. Thank you very much indeed, that's very, very sweet of you. Guys, please know that we all need to... I thought you were talking to me then. I'm talking to Nadine, not Nadine. You carry on looking through cookbooks, babe. You carry on looking through cookbooks. So guys, please know that, you know, I'm always going to share this stuff. Make sure you share this. If somebody needs to hear this stuff, share it with them. Share the Facebook Live to your own page. If you're watching this back on replay, please pop #replay. Give me some likes and loves. Share this journey away, guys. Please, 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 please. Remember, I love you too, beautiful. Please remember, guys, we're all on this journey together. None of us are better than each other, okay? Some people may have more money. Some people may have more love. Some people may have a better relationship. Some people may have more children. It doesn't mean that they're better than you. It means that right now, in this time, living in this human body, it's time to do the healing that is bringing up those reactions for you. You may have, in a past life, had 10 children that loved you very much and you were the most popular person on the planet. In this life, you may be the most isolated human being. It's healing. Guys, you've come back as this soul in this human body, you know, in this human body to go through the healing that you need right now. And I often talk about, you know, some people's human aren't ready to hear what I've got to say. That's okay. I hold space for them. I love them. You know, I am a bit woo-woo for some people, but I also try and keep it really fucking real. I'm trying to be the Gary V, I think. I don't need to be the Gary V because I fucking love that man. But what I'm trying to do is just make it really real for you guys so your human computes, but also your soul gets the work that it needs to do. And guys, all of us have troubled pasts. All of us do. all of us have been abused. We've been, in past lives, whether you like it or not. And if Cynthia watches this back, she'll be freaking. She hates the words past lives. We would have been killers. We would have been raped. We would have had all this stuff done to us in our past lives, which brings up certain feelings inside of us, which is why this lifetime right now, we need to heal. So Julie, just because you mentioned it earlier about your alcoholic relationship, probably what happened in your last life is you were the alcoholic, babe. And this life, it's time to heal that. Okay, so you're probably being shown stuff from your past life which you caused, that in this life you need to, I mean, I don't know, I haven't done past life work on you, so I don't really know, but, that's a fair assumption. I know that I've done a lot of things in past lives where I've damaged my uterus. Across the whole of the last 7 generations of my female family, there's a massive thing where they abuse their female organs, whether it be via sex, whether it be aborting babies, whether it all sorts of different things, like in inappropriate ways, because a curse was on my family. So I've done the work to heal that. I've done the work. It stops with me. I'm not prepared to let this go on. If I have a daughter, did you see my orb? Did you see that orb shoot across me? Oh my God, and another one. Did you see? See, my ancestors are here. I love it. Whenever I get really deep into a subject, oh my God, I'm going to get really emotional. My orbs haven't been around me for a little bit. It's as soon as you step into that space of making the decision that it's going to stop with you. Like, they were really quick, guys. If you missed it, they were really, really quick. But I tend to have a lot of energy around me all the time. They're basically my spirit guides. And it's just their energy showing that they want you guys to hear and see and feel. And, so if you ever see any white things flying around me, or any colour of that matter, it's just my orbs. This is what happens. We actually get them in the room sometimes as well. So it's just a profound part of my journey, guys. I really need to let go of what hurts because the other people don't give a shit about. So why do you? Why do you? If other people don't care, why do you? Like, why are you caring about something that other people don't care about? Like, let it go. All you're doing is holding yourself in a space of real pain. Like, why would you do that? Oh, Julie, that's so interesting. See? This is so interesting. So interesting. I don't even know where that came from, but it's just, stuff just flies through me from time to time. Susan, I'm going to suggest that we step out of the victim mentality. I really feel that you are holding yourself as a victim because it's comfortable and you think it's getting you attention, and it's not, babe. I actually spoke to somebody very recently, and I said to them, you watch when you start posting positive and when you start being truly happy, you watch your attention levels go through the roof. And they messaged me and they were like, you were right. We all think as human beings, we're programmed to need the medication. We're programmed to go on victim mode. We're programmed to be in hurt and pain and, oh yeah, but poor me mode. As soon as we step out of that mode, everything changes in our life. And I think, Susan, I know, darling, I'm not there to give you a cuddle and to say to you, let's do this, but you need to drop that victim mode, honey. It is loud and clear. The victim needs to go. You want to heal? Heal. Simple as that. None of us have got a manual on how we heal. We make a decision. What did you not do yesterday? Okay, get up, go for a walk. Go do whatever it is that you need to do. If you need to make a phone call and say, hey, do you know what? All that shit that I've been holding against you for the last 10 years, I'm letting it go today. I never want us to speak about it again. If that's what you need to do, you do that. If you need to write a bit of paper and write it all down, do that and then burn the fucker. But get really clear, playing victim does not work in this lifetime at all. You will be taken out by whatever dis-ease you've got in your body. So let it go, Susan. You've committed here in front of my Facebook posse on this Facebook Live that you're going to let it go, right? I've got 1,500 followers and I've got 4,000 friends. So there is a lot of witnesses to this statement. Now we are going to hold you to that. Whilst you are on your power walk, talk to yourself. I am amazing. I'm beautiful. I'm loving. I'm healthy. I'm this. I'm that. I'm that. All positive. As soon as a negative thing comes up, I want you to stop. And I want you to do 5-star jumps, and I want you to say 5 things you love about yourself. This is how we reprogram bodies. It's all about physiology. I've had people that have wanted to kill themselves. We've changed their physiology and they've stepped away from it. I've had people that are really, really being badly bullied. We've changed their physiology and it's happened. Get out of your own way, guys, because it's your ego that's holding you in that space. It's ego, ego, ego. Let's hold us in the space where we're going to get attention, you know, so step away from that. Not today, ego. Today, ego, I choose to heal. Okay? Susan, if a bad thought comes in your head, I want a video of you doing the star jumps. Who wants a video of Susan doing the star jumps? Likes the love button for that one, please, because I don't have a like and love button because I'm live. I want a video showing if there was any moments of self-doubt or any negative comments pop up, and everybody else wants it too. I can see all the likes and love starting to come through. So Susan, it looks as if you've got to do a live, not a live, babe. We want you to do a video. If you get any moment of doubt, okay, this is what we're doing. Awesome. Guys, I love you all so much. It's unreal. I am here sharing this message from my heart to your heart so we can go on this journey together. Doesn't life feel better laughing? Doesn't life feel better when you feel good, when you're surrounded by positivity? So be the person that you want to be around. Share that vision. Share this with whoever needs it. Go tell someone that they look beautiful today. Get into that space of, do you know what? I am freaking amazing. I woke up this morning, I had this spot here and I'm like, yeah, nice one. I'm doing a load of filming, yeah, nice one. And then I was like, hey, love the spot. Do you know what? You're showing me that my body is healing. Thank you so much for coming. So get that, guys. That's what we do. You know, love your body. Your body's amazing. Your body can heal anything, okay? So let's do this as a journey, guys. From my heart to your heart. Let's all work really, really closely together and let's make this stuff happen. Guys, I love you all so much. I'm going to let you go. I do lives everywhere, guys, and I've got a YouTube channel and I've got all this stuff. So if you want to be tapping into more of my stuff, please feel free. Please feel free to connect. Ask me where you can find any of my stuff. I love to do this work with people. I know I can't get to the whole world. So my best form of my best channel for this is social media and YouTube and stuff. So please feel free to share it with anybody. I love you all to the moon and stars. See you on the next one, guys. Take care.